of room to grow. I'm going to read Moody Cow Learns Compassion by Carrie Lee McLean. It's about movement and meditation, and it talks about making the mind jars. Teacher Alexis put up on Facebook how to do it, the ingredients you need. Basically, it's a jar, water, mineral oil, or some kind of oil, like salad oil, and glitter. Sometimes you might use food coloring or watercolor, liquid watercolor to add to the fun. Swirling. Fun, huh? Yeah. My name is Moody Cow. Well, it's actually Peter, but everyone calls me Moody Cow, except for one time when my friends were calling me Coward Cow, because they thought I was cowardly. It all started when my friend Bully and I caught a garter snake by the pond out back, and Bully said snakes have to eat live food, so we caught a cricket. I was going to feed it to the snake, I promised, but then I whispered, I'm sorry, to the cricket first, and Bully laughed at me. Oh, you're so wimpy, he said, and he grabbed the poor cricket and fed it right then to the snake. The little guy squirmed. Ooh, and Bully shouted, awesome! Let's all call the snake Jaws. I guess I was glad that Jaws got a meal. I handed Jaws to Bully, and I told him I wanted to go home. Bully was mad. He said, oh, I get it. You can't handle feeding Jaws. See you later, Coward Cow. Don't call me that, I said. I'm Moody Cow. And then I stomped back home. That night, I had the worst nightmare. It was I as a tiny cricket, and there was a huge snake, and there were teeth, and oh, my little legs were shaking, and I screamed, ah, don't eat me, ah. Sure, my mom heard me, and at breakfast she said, remember to tell your grandfather that dream that you had when he comes to do the mind jar with you after school. Grandfather and I sat on our meditation cushions, just like we always did after school. I got out my mind jar, special jar of water we use to represent my mind, and the sparkles that represent upsetting thoughts. This, I said, putting a pinch of sparkles into the jar, is me getting mad because Bully called me Coward Cow today. They're making their own jar. Why would he do that? Asked Grandfather. Because he thinks I'm wimpy because I didn't like feeding a live cricket to Jaws the snake. Who's Jaws? Jaws is the snake we caught by the pond. Grandfather said. I wouldn't like feeding the snake either because I would think about how the cricket felt. I know how they feel. That was my nightmare last night. I was the cricket and a huge snake was trying to eat me and I was yelling, no, don't eat me. Grandfather's huge shoulders shook with laughter and he smiled gently. You understand how it feels. You better put in a pinch of sparkles for that one. I put in 3 really big pinches of sparkles and Grandfather shook up the mind jar and we sat quietly watching it. And I breathed in and out a few times. In, out. In, out. And one by one, all those thoughts drifted down to the bottom of the jar. As the sparkle settled down, I noticed that my mind did too. Feel better? Grandfather asked. I could not help it. I smiled. I did feel better. Now, let's go do something fun, Grandfather said. Come with me. What on earth is Grandfather up to, I wondered, and we picked up Bully Cow from across the street, but Grandfather wasn't talking. Next, we stopped at the pet store. Are those crickets from another country, or are they from around here? On sale, live crickets. The salesperson pulled out a cricket for us to look at. These are gray crickets, just like the ones from around here. Grandfather paid for a plastic bag with some live crickets inside. Finally, we drove home and Grandfather brought the crickets into the backyard. He smiled mysteriously. Bully and I just looked at each other. We sat looking at the crickets. Cool, Bully said. Ooh, there's a dead one at the bottom. Wow, awesome. Grandfather responded. I wonder what it feels like to be stuck inside a plastic bag crawling over a dead cricket. I couldn't help shivering. Not very good, I guess. And Bully's face fell. He frowned. Not very good, he said. Instead of feeding them to the snakes, why don't we release them, Grandpa suggested. Yeah, Bully shouted. Awesome, I cried. Grandfather opened the bag and we carefully held them. Let's look for a good spot with food and water and shade. How about this bush here by the stream? It looks nice and safe under this bush, Grandfather, and there's lots of food and water. Oh, okay, Grandfather says. First, we can say, may you be happy to the crickets, and then we'll release them all together on the count of 3. May you be happy, we said together. 1, 2, 3. We opened our hands and the crickets hopped away. Hip, hip, hooray, Grandfather shouted, raising his fist high. Hip, hip, hooray, we called together, punching our fists into the air. Grandfather lay back in the cool evening grass, and Bully and I stretched out too. All was quiet. Then we heard one cricket song. Pretty soon, there was another cricket song, and then it seemed like they all chimed in. We just lay there looking up at the sky until the sun set and the stars came out, listening to the beautiful cricket song. All of a sudden, Bully sat up. Wait here, he called, and he disappeared around the corner of the house and brought Jaws from his cage across the street, and he stood away from us over by the pond. Do you think he'll be happy here? He asked. You bet, Grandfather chuckled. I bet you that's exactly where you found him. Bully held Jaw out near the water's edge, and together we all said, may he be happy. The long green stripes slithered into the cool water of the pond. Bully sighed. I guess he likes swimming in a pond a lot more than being stuck in that stinky, smelly cage in my room. I think you're right, said Grandfather. Wild animals are the happiest to stay wild. Just like pets are the happiest to stay in your home. Wait a minute, I said. What if Jaws eats the crickets? That, my friend, said Grandfather, is the circle of life. I'm afraid everyone needs to eat something to stay alive. But Bully gave our cricket friends a chance by freeing them. Yeah, and they won't be stuck in that creepy bag. I can imagine how they feel now, said Bully. And Grandfather got up, stretched, and said, I'm hungry. What have we got to eat? I could go for some nice crunchy crickets. Ha ha. Bully looked horrified. He's joking, I whispered, and then we all laughed together. May all crickets be happy. May all snakes be happy. May all pets be happy. May all children be happy. May all parents be happy. May all beings be happy. And he flew a kite, and that's what it says on the kite. May all beings be happy. Sounds like a meditation to me. May all beings be happy. Moody Cow's compassion activities. So this book used the mind jar. So it's really thinking about other beings and hoping for their happiness as well as our own. Another way of compassion. Interesting story. Well, thanks for listening. Bye for now, Room to Grow.